Today is New Budget Wheel Day. I'm working on a 2014 Specialized Enduro 29er. So I ordered some budget wheels for this build. I ordered a DT Swiss E1900 rear wheel and a DT Swiss M1700 front wheel. So let's take a closer look at the differences. Well, let's start with the front wheel. So this is a DT Swiss M1700, and this is actually last year's model. So DT Swiss does not produce this particular wheel anymore. They have what they call an XM1700 now, which has a little better rim. So the difference between this M1700 and the XM1700 is actually just the rim. This one uses, I believe, an M502 rim, which is about a $100 rim. It's their sleeved rim. It's not welded. And if you go with the more expensive XM1700, you're actually getting a XM481 rim, which is a welded rim. Now both of these would be in 30mm internal diameter. The nice thing about these older models of the 1700 is that you actually are getting a 350 hub. So this is a DT Swiss 350 hub. Now it's not marked or branded as a 350, but if you punch in the number, what's nice about DT Swiss is that they give you an ID number that you can put into their website on the product support page and get all the details about the rim as far as the weight and the build of the wheel. But this is actually a DT Swiss straight pull 350 front hub. So this rim or wheel, I believe, retails for about $250 if you can still find them. I actually found this on eBay and I got it for about $200 US, including tax and shipping. So I feel like I got a great deal. It's a brand new wheel. It's just last year's model. All right, let's take a look at the rear. Okay, let's talk about the rear wheel now. So this is a DT Swiss E1900, and this is truly their budget wheel. This is a brand new model for 2022. Now the biggest change DT Swiss made this year was that they upgraded the hub. So the 1900 series ship with the 370 hub. So this is not a 350, this is their budget hub, which is a 370. I honestly don't know if there's a big difference in quality between the two hubs or not. The biggest difference between the two hubs is that originally the 370 only had a pawl system. It did not use the ratchet system. So for 2022, DT Swiss has upgraded the 370 to this ratchet LN. So this uses the same ratchet system as the 350, and it is upgradable, so you can upgrade to a higher engagement. Now this hub ships with 18 teeth, and 18 teeth is going to give you 20 degrees of engagement. If you upgrade it to the 36 tooth ratchet system, you're going to get 10 degrees of engagement. And if you go even further to 54 tooth, you're going to get 6.66 degrees. So one reason I purchased this wheel is because of this new upgrade. So I currently run E1900 wheel set on my other mountain bike, only in 27.5. And I already have a 54 tooth upgrade for that wheel, which I actually have not installed yet. But one of the decisions I made was, I'm going to go ahead and go with this DT Swiss budget wheel because I know it can upgrade it to 54 tooth. I can transfer that ratchet system over between the different bikes as I ride. So that was kind of a major decision there and why I chose this wheel. So when selecting a wheel, another one that's in the budget price range that get really good reviews are Hunt wheels, and maybe some people have heard about that. Unfortunately, I could not order a Hunt wheel in a non-boost rear wheel. So this frame that I'm building up is a 2014 Specialized Enduro, and it's non-boost, so it has a 142 dropout in the rear. And I didn't want to put a lot of money into a non-boost hub, knowing that I can't really transfer it to a newer frame if I wanted to, get a different frame later on or something. So I just didn't want to invest a lot of money in a non-boost hub. So that was one reason why I went with this DT Swiss wheel set. Now this particular rim on their E1900 uses an E532 rim, and it's also sleeved. It's a 30mm internal width as well. And the difference here between the E and the M series, so the E is their Enduro series and the M is their All Mountain series. And there's a little bit of difference in weight. I just believe these E rims or E wheel sets maybe are a little more heavy duty in the rim. I'm not sure in the something like in the thickness of the material or something. So obviously the Enduros are supposed to be a little more heavy duty compared to an all mountain rim. So this rear wheel retails for $355, I believe, and I actually purchased this from Jensen USA for $320, so I got a little bit of a discount on it. DT Swiss did introduce an upgrade for the older 370, so you can actually upgrade it to a ratchet system. I think it's about $120 or $150, but you do need some special tools to remove the locking rings and so on inside the hub. So there's other videos on YouTube about that. So if you do have an older 370 hub, you definitely can upgrade it to this ratchet LN. Unfortunately, you're only going to get the 18-tooth ratchet system with it, so you might have to spend extra money to upgrade it. So really, between the older M1700 and the newer E1900, and this would be the same if I was getting an M1900, at least a new one. Like I said, the rims are the same. The only difference, these rims do have eyelets, and these are silver eyelets on the older one, and they've just been upgraded to a painted black eyelet on the newer model. But otherwise, the rim is the same. The decals are a little bit different. You have the DT Swiss logo that is 180 degrees opposite of the model number there, E19. On this one, you've got the DT Swiss logo that's right next to the M1700, and that's about the only difference. This one has some other markings on it on the side of the rim here, and on this one, it's a little bit cleaner. Those markings are actually on the inside and then in the center of the rim. Sorry, the lighting's not picking that up. All right, let's put these on the scale and let's see what they weigh. Okay, first up is the M1700. Let's see if we can see what this weighs. So this is coming in at 910 grams, which is pretty accurate. The website lists this wheel at 908. Okay, next up is the rear E1900. Let's see if we can see what this one weighs. So this one's coming in at 1150. So this one on the website is listed at 1125, so it's just a little bit heavier than the advertised weight. So both of these wheels are set up for Shimano center lock rotors. So I already have rotors that I can use. I didn't want to have to purchase bolt-on rotors, so I went ahead and got the center lock versions. Now the rear wheel shipped actually with an adapter, so you do get an adapter from DT Swiss that allows you to put a bolt-on rotor onto the center lock hub. They both come with valve stems, and they're both already taped with 32mm DT Swiss tape, so they're pretty much ready to go. Here is the 54-tooth ratchet upgrade that I had already that I purchased for my other bike, and I haven't actually installed it yet, so I'm excited to try that out and see how that does compared to the 18-tooth. I hear there's just a huge difference in the engagement. Help me climb a little bit better. So there you go. If you have any questions, leave them down below. I'll be happy to answer any questions for you, and thanks for watching.